heard the joint, he wanted it. He's like, yeah, that's cool, but let me get the beat. So I'm like, hold on, like, it's my joint. You gotta get something going. You know what I mean? But at the time, I wasn't writing like that, so I had somebody writing with me. So dog was like, yeah, you writing? So I looked at my father like, you want to tell him? Because I ain't saying that. You know how X get. So the dog was like, you ain't writing? All right, cool. So he left out. He went to the liquor store, came back 2 hours later. Right? Said, I want to hear 16 when I come back. I was writing the joint. Came, couldn't spit it. So he like, all right, this is not it. Go back. I'll see you next time I come. Let me hear something. So ever since then, I've been coming right to the studio every day trying to write and get myself together. Because I know when that day come with X, he going to be there. He going to be like, let me hear that 16. You know what I mean? So that day came, obviously. I was 13 years old. And I wrote like a 32, but I only spit 16 of it. And the dog never doubted me, man. And he heard that 16 and he was impressed, but it didn't wow him. He said, that's cool. I see you come back. Let me hear another 16. Every time I came back, it was always a 16 because I had to prove myself. It was never, yo, let's do a joint. You know what I mean? Never. And the dog played a major role for me in this music industry, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be writing. And I just wanted to say a little something. I know we under these conditions, but I had a little joint for X. It was like, I ain't trying to cry, dog, but you know, this had really hurt me. You was like a mentor, giving hope in this journey. Now what I'm gonna do, X, I got a legacy to full and it ain't full yet. It's really pain. It's a new world order. I'ma slaughter the game. Forever epping your name. Put that pick on my chain. When you talk about the dog, better talk with respect. Cause when you talk about the dog, we ain't gonna talk about it. Oh my God, hold on. Anyways, I know you up there, you chilling with God. You in peace. You even got to see your grandma. Reunited with your dog Boomer. How is he doing? I'm really happy you don't gotta suffer. Now you just cooling. But down here, dog, I'm really a mess. I'ma hold the fort down, but you know that we stress. Forever grateful, cause you know that we really was blessed. The last words that you said to me was young and you next. And I'ma forever be that. I love you, dog. One.
It's all right. Come on, let's give it another round of applause for Rough Riders. I will tell you, thank you for your patience. It's been a long day, but I think a worthy day. I'm really moved by a show of love and community that has been created around the influence of this man's gift. It is absolutely beautiful. We're going to have Tashira Simmons come to the podium, and she's going to share some expressions.
Praise the Lord, everybody. Praise the Lord, everybody. Who is the Father in the forefront of my life? I'm not going to be before you long. I might be lying, but I'm going to try to do my best. Let me just say a little short prayer for myself to give me strength so I can be in my spirit when I speak about Earl. Father God, as I speak about your son, your prophet of light, I ask that you give me strength, like you taught me, like you raised me to be the warrior that I am, that stood by that prophet of light. Let my words flow like water. Thank you. Earl, I met Earl before he was DMX. So I'm gonna take you on a little journey on who I met. I met Earl when I was 11 years old. We lived blocks away from each other. I lived up the hill on Park Hill Avenue, and he lived in School Street. I was raised, my foundation, as a Muslim. I took my Shahada when I was 7 years old. I come from, at the time,
songs, proclamations, all presented by those who knew and loved this incredibly gifted man. And I'm glad that we, in our house of worship, were able to serve you today. Welcome, and God bless you. We will now have proclamations from Priscilla Ichi, Erica Ford, and Clement James.
Peace. DMX represented the streets. He represented the people. And that brought him what we have here today. And that's recognition from those who are, quote, in charge, right? My name is Erica Ford. I run an organization in New York City out of the mayor's office to prevent gun violence. I've been working with DMX since the 90s. And he is a true representation of the people. And so from the governor's office, we have the flag that was flying the day that he died to be presented to his family. We have a citation from the governor's office. We have another citation from the governor's office for his oldest son, and one for his father. You want to do the day, right?
Absolutely.
This is not it, right?
No. This one.
We have another proclamation from the New York Senate for DMX.
DMX was born December 18th, and our New York State Senate has called December 18th Earl DMX Simmons Day. His lyrics were also rapped on the Senate floor by Senator Jamal Bailey, who introduced a legislative resolution alongside with Senator Andrea Stewart Cousins in his honor. He also has proclamations from Mayor Spano, and last but not least, Mayor Sean Patterson Howard, and there are so many more coming in. Well-deserved honors. I've known Earl 33 years.
Right.
He was a prophet of God.
Right.
And he carried out his calling with grace, no matter what pain he was going through. He prayed for everybody. And I wish these honors would have came while he was living. Nonetheless, he got them. And we are going to continue the legacy and continue to honor him.
That's right. Without a doubt. The New York City Public Advocate was there yesterday to present the Brooklyn Borough President and several others, as she said, have given awards for DMX because we understand his greatness. So I just want to do one thing too. When I say DM, you say X. DM. Let's say it so he can hear you. Let's salute this king. When I say DM, you say X. DM. Salute Salute, King.
Now we'll have reflections. So if we can have all of the children who are speaking to come together to the podium with Paige Hurd and Kenneth McBride.
I got it. Good afternoon. This is Praise. This is Earl's daughter. And I am Paige Hurd. I'm the goddaughter of Tashira and Earl Simmons, proudly. Thank you. So 20 years ago, I walked onto the Warner Brothers lot to screen test for my first feature film. And that film was Cradle to the Grave. Of course, I was very nervous, little girl from Dallas, Texas, kind of sheltered. So I didn't know who the rapper was that was supposed to be playing my father. As I was waiting, and if you know Earl, I was waiting a long time to test for this. I heard these thumping noises on the floor, like boom, boom, boom. It's what I would then know as Timberlands as I grew up. Those are the Tim boots that he always wore. This was the start of a relationship that I didn't know would only change my life, but somebody who would be very, very, very close to me. I'm probably one of the only children in history who has created and made her own godparents. My parents didn't choose, I chose them. Anyways, just we had a bond that was unmatched. Spending summers in Arizona with the kids, in New York with my god siblings, to being older and being outside, being in the club, all the stuff that we probably shouldn't talk about in church. I just wanted to say that I love him so much. I don't really have many words yet because I still don't feel like this is real. But anyways, when we first met, our prayer was angels east, angels west, north and south, just do your best to guide her, watch her while she rests. And now it's up to me to endure this test, to love you and remember you at your best. Thank you. Can you say something?
To my dog, my godfather, father that I needed, my brother, and my best friend. My soul is crushed. I'm empty. But all in all, you taught me to not be selfish, and I know that you're at peace. Every day of life was a constant fight between wrong and right, and I saw you fighting hard. You're the strongest man that I will ever know. BFW, built for war. Dog, you changed my life, and you always will. We were there for each other and taught each other the meaning of loyalty and showed each other what unconditional love was all about. I want to say thank you for trusting me and holding me near and dear to your heart. I've been with you. I've been by your side since I was a pup, literally. And since then, you called me your son and treated me like one as well. Our bond was so strong. I understood you, you understood me. When you cried, I cried. We had each other's backs. When I was with you, I felt safe and secure. Nothing else in those moments mattered because I was with my dog. One special moment that I will never forget is when you asked me to be in your music video, Slippin', to play you as a little kid. I was nervous, but I said yeah, because what dog says go. And the rest was history. We did that. I'm forever grateful to have known you and have walked side by side with Earl Simmons the Great. I've seen you help and change so many lives, and you've never asked for nothing in return. People would always say, I wish he knew he was loved, but trust me, he knew. He just didn't feel like he deserved it. My dog had a heart of pure gold, and I'm gonna do my best to pass on what he taught me, because those are some lifelong jewels that I'll apply every day of my life forever. Our relationship was built off loyalty and love. It was never about money or fame. You used to look at me crazy when I turned down
or trauma that they didn't have before. Maybe you had just kind of pushed aside. And then on top of that, commercially, I mean, X was a huge hit. So it's not even just about what he did with his content.
He had a run like almost no one else.
His first 5 albums debuted at #1, all of them. That had never happened before. And he released his first 2 albums in '98, both of them, same year, you know, and the third one the following year. So he was just like killing it back to back to back. He put Swizz on the map. He put Rough Riders on the map. I mean, he